Hey Dan, I'm happy to have you here. This is the third video I'm doing like this, and so you're the creator of Happy Pizza Studio, and
Yep.
we've been in touch recently on Twitter. I love what you're doing, and I won't talk more than that. I just like you. Like, can you introduce yourself for the people watching the video?
Sure, I'll do a quick one and then we can dig into it, I guess, afterwards.
Yes.
What I'm doing right now is I'm fully self-employed with my design studio, Happy Pizza Studio, like you said, and that's what I'm doing now. I've been full time on it for 4 months now, so it's yeah,
Well done.
it's
Well,
successful, I would say.
well done for the move. So what were you doing before?
Well, we can go really far back. I did 12 years in the army first, and then I did like DevOps engineering, software engineering, then engineering management and product management, and then I was like a dev advocate because I wanted to do something more creative. And then after I got laid off, I was just like, I'm not going through that kind of stress again. So I'd rather just live on self-induced stress and just work for myself. Really.
Yeah, I understand. Like we said before, we had this discussion. Like we have almost the same story where we got laid off and we were like, yeah, shit, I won't be working for somewhere else ever again. If I gotta be
Yeah.
stressed, gotta be for me, right? Uh,
Hmm.
so the thing I love with your story is, so I'm a dev and you have a past as a dev as well. Dev are known to be really shit at design. Like there's like this running gag of like, oh, if this is made by a developer, it will look really bad.
Mm.
How did you come up with the skills of being a designer? I'm curious.
Um, I mean, I probably wasn't a very good developer, to be fair. So that probably helps. I mean, I don't know. I drew a lot as a kid. I'm 33, so when I was a kid, like we had game consoles and stuff, obviously, but we weren't really allowed on them all the time. So I just spent a lot of time drawing. I really liked art at school, um, and then yeah, even my son loves art, so I guess it's ingrained in us to a degree. But I just like putting what's in my head on paper. It's the same as development, isn't it? Really, but development
Yeah,
takes a bit longer. That's all.
yeah, but that you already have this kind of like in development within development. I really like it because I feel it's creative, even though like
Hmm.
you have uh, to fit you have to fit words together. It's not really like a design per se, but I really like the creative bit of building something, and I feel the same thing with designing UI and UX. Same experience. So, how did you end up creating your agency then? Like, what really motivates you creating this studio?
Yeah, it was. So it didn't start as it is, really. So it's maybe mid, middle of last year, maybe like June, July. I have the paperwork here actually. I officially registered the company in June, July, August, officially. But
Okay,
prior to that, I had the name and I drew this little pizza slice and stuff. But the initial intention behind it was actually meme marketing.
okay,
But I didn't think there was anything in it. I was like, I see all these companies like Superbase and stuff really relying on meme marketing amongst their normal marketing, but I didn't think it was viable. And then Jason from Meme Lord, he left Product Hunt to
okay.
create his meme agency, and now he's like super successful. So I really dropped the ball on that. But that was the intention initially, and then I decided, oh, maybe I'll make it into like a social media engagement agency kind of thing. But that didn't stick either. I didn't really want to do it, so I left it alone and I carried on working. And then when I got laid off, I didn't feel anything. I was like, damn, that's really shit. But then I started thinking like, okay, how do I take my skills and make money? Because I need to. I
Yeah.
have a mortgage and a family. How do I make money? And then I was like, well, I think an underrated skill for developers is that we can create websites, and like normal people can't, and they will pay for that. So okay,
Yeah.
that's an
They will
idea.
pay a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an idea. But then I did one website. I did one website for a client, and I thought, damn, I don't like doing that. Actually, I liked designing it. I didn't like really creating it that much, and then that just sort of spiraled a little bit, and I was like, maybe actually I prefer the branding side of it. And then I realized I really like the branding side. So then I was like, okay, I need to make this legitimate. I had the company already established at that point, so I was like, you know what? I'll have the company existing. And then you mentioned like agency. I don't get offended by the word agency or anything, but I don't. My intention was to like not be an agency, I guess, because I'm just one person.
Yeah.
So
It's more a studio,
prefer-
maybe.
yeah, I want to brand myself as like a creative studio, because really I just want to create things. Like I've found myself in a position of like branding. But I did a design. Some company wanted some T-shirt designers the other day, so I did that. Like I just want to create things and get paid, and I just happen to have this legal company that I have to have for tax reasons, right? But really, it's me.
Gotta pay the tax person. Yeah.
Yeah, but really, it's me, and Happy Pizza is like the legal entity, really.
Okay. Okay. So this is the name, because I was curious. Like, one of the questions I wanted to ask is like, why Happy Pizza?
Well,
Why this name?
to be honest, so I have a friend who owns a studio. He's just one person as well, but he's done work for like New Balance and Nissan and like huge companies, Passenger,
Wow.
and his studio is called Fried Cactus. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, there's no logic. Surely there's no
Yeah.
logic behind that. I mean, he's a friend of mine. I haven't asked him. So I was like, okay, people are having seemingly whatever they want, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
For a name. They're not just having like elusive design or something as like a name. They're having whatever they want. So I just started brainstorming, and I was like I enjoy pizza, and it makes me happy. So I was like,
Same.
I'll just call it Happy Pizza. Like, it doesn't have
Yeah.
to mean anything, right? It's just
And I think like I remember the feeling I've had the first time I've seen your profile. I don't know why it seemed to me like Happy Pizza was something super legit. Like, I mean, when I say this, it's like it felt like something super installed or big, or I don't know to say that, but like something really really like already a story I loved, right? Maybe because I love
Good.
pizza as well, so something like that. But it felt good, right?
Good.
So yeah,
that's
nice.
that's my intention, I guess. That's good.
Nice. So you told me that, I mean, your studio is pretty recent, right? So I think something that a lot of founders are asking me, and you're pretty much in this same stage where you're like, how did you get your first customers? And so
Yeah.
far, what did you feel yield the best results for you?
So I've had clients from 3 places so far. And I'll start with the least first. One, which was that website client I mentioned, that was a local car garage who is owned by the husband of my wife's friend. So that was like
Okay.
kind of pretty warm local client. That was one. That's the only one I've had. The second, well, we'll start to the biggest. The biggest is X for me. X is the biggest, 100%. Which is strange, because a lot of people I talk to don't and can't convert on X. So I think the main reason for that is, do you know James Smith? James Smith. He owns that nootropic drink. He's a really prolific English guy.
Maybe yeah. I think I know who is yeah.
Yeah, he had he was like a fitness coach or something, and now he has like a business YouTube channel, and it's really, really good. So I'd highly recommend it. His main thing is like you have to start with an audience, like 100%. You have to have an audience, and how I got my first clients was I realized after I got laid off and I started the company and everything, I was like, my biggest mistake in the past, and the reason why I've made no money on anything side project related in the past at all, is because I would just make the thing and then just put it there and then leave it alone. And I'm not telling anybody that it exists.
Yeah.
So no one's going to buy it, right? So that was my biggest mistake. So I was like, okay, I'm going to make this company. I'm going to make the branding. I'm going to put it out there, and I'm going to tell people. I'm going to tell everybody, absolutely everybody. So I told group chats. I told friends on the platform. I made posts, and then it was pretty early on that people started DMing me. And the early ones were like the first two, I think, mentioned, "Oh, I want to support you."
Oh yeah, okay.
So that was the first one. I want to support you because I like you as a person.
Like beside your work is like the human behind the work as well is something really important.
Yeah. So they wanted to support me in my new business, which I thought was really nice, but also in my mind I was like, well, that's not sustainable. People aren't going to keep doing that. You asked like what I think works, and it's posting content 100%.
Yeah,
like 100%
for sure. And I feel that you're nailing that, because as soon as I started following you, I feel like maybe the day after I've seen a live of you, you were doing live branding. I don't remember.
I was doing mood boarding, I think. Or
mood boarding, yeah. And you were listening to Bring Me the Horizon live. I love that.
Yeah.
So, and I feel this type of thing really like reinforces you as a professional, and like you have the balls to do live, to showing live your skills to potential customers, like your work, what's your outcome, and I feel people love that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I do notice it as well. Like in December, I had a pretty good month because I was posting content, and I had some people message me saying like, I need a logo or something, and I would rather use somebody that I know than a stranger. They don't know
internet
me.
Friends.
Yeah, they don't know me really, but I think that massively helps. And then when I wasn't posting design concepts or something, I wouldn't get the DMs. And then I post them again, and I get the DMs. So like it matters. And what you mentioned about being like authentic and showing your work, there's a few YouTubers. One of them's called Frankie Harry. He's a designer, and he's really nice. We've DM'd a few times and stuff, but he's really clever. I don't know if he's doing it intentionally, but he does video content on his processes. So he'll show end to end, like how he onboards a client or how he does mood boards and stuff. And that's really clever because it's appealing to me, because I want to watch how he does mood boards. But it also appeals to potential clients because they're seeing the level of care that he's putting into the project.
Yeah, that's really, really smart.
And they're going to want to work. So I don't know if it's intentional, but it must be. It's very clever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my answer to that is, unfortunately, I think you have to have an audience of some degree. Like
that's for sure.
If I would have done everything exactly the same, but only had like 50 followers, I don't think I'd be still doing it, to be honest.
Yeah. So the strategy you would recommend for any new business owner would be to focus probably on building an audience before even starting your agency. Like this should be your main focus. Like are you able to draw eyeballs on your work before even trying to sell it? Right. This is probably what, and I've seen like the big agencies what they're doing at the moment. So if you take, for instance, Brett from Design Joy, I think
Yeah.
he's completely nailing at the moment the content game. He stopped for a while, and now he's just like posting incredible piece of design that he does with Figma. But everyone feel like he's lying, that he's not made with Figma, and then he prove that he can do it. And I'm pretty sure with the past 2 months, he must have gotten so many leads just with that.
Well,
Just
he
with
said,
the
didn't
simple.
he posted about it. He posted saying like, oh, you know, posting these Figma things aren't gonna be good for the business. But he said that he made like 30K recurring revenue.
Yeah.
Like,
So and this is also because so he's very talented, and also because he already has an audience, so he already has validation. Plus, he posts this type of things, which makes it even
Yeah.
even bigger. So yeah, so
Yeah.
at a lower scale, like with the amount of followers that, for instance, we have, I feel like the strategy that you are doing right now is really nice, and the really the most difficult thing will be just showing up every day, and until it works better. But it's this is where actually most people miss opportunities. I'm the first one with doing this. For instance, my YouTube channel. I struggled for 1 year and a half to go to almost 5,000 subscribers, and now I stopped completely for 6 months, which is I was maybe one video away of doing way better.
Yeah.
So
I'm the same. Like consistency wise, like design content's a lot easier because I can just make a design. A really good thing for design content actually is I had one client who we went down loads of different rabbit holes for a design before we landed on one. What that left me with was a bunch of concepts
oh, nice.
that aren't used. So I can just use them for content when I don't have any. So that's easy. Video content, I'm failing at that.
Yeah,
Massively.
it's really
I
hard.
have a YouTube channel and I posted a video like a week ago. I mean to do it every day or every other day, but it's not as easy as just filming it and then uploading it. Like even minimal editing still takes time. End to
Oh,
end, you're still talking like 2-3 hours of a day if you do the most minimal thing ever.
Yeah.
That's a big chunk of a day.
That's a lot, yeah. But I feel that what you've done with live streaming you working, I think that's a good first step towards just making videos. And the cool thing as well is, if I well remember, Twitter, I mean X, as soon as you do live stream, you'll be shown at the top of the feed because it's like a kind of like a breaking type event within the platform. It's a live thing, so this is always better. Like I know, for instance, I will do a product and lunch maybe next week or in 2 weeks. I know that like for the whole day, I will be live streaming the thing on X. This way, I know like I'll be in everyone's mind all day long, and I feel this is a good strategy.
Well, early X streaming was crazy. Like
Okay.
so when I was at Roadmap last, that previous company, it was all open source work. So I figured I was like, I'm doing developer marketing, and it's open source, so I can just stream everything that I do because nothing is confidential, right?
Yeah.
So I asked permission. They said yeah. So I streamed. The second day I streamed, the stream on X got 640,000 views.
Oh shit! Wow.
Like live. Like not concurrent people watching, but from when I started the stream to when I ended it, it had gained 640,000 views. And I gained 2,000 followers. And that was a complete anomaly, because the next day, I streamed again for like 3 weeks every day, and I never broke 1,000. But that was back
But
when
even
people didn't
even
understand it.
even 1,000,
Yeah.
it's a lot. Yeah.
It is, but people didn't understand it. So, I was streaming my whole workday. So I was streaming 8 hours, 8 hour block.
Oh,
And what would happen is, around 1 p.m. is when it started to just go up, because around 1 p.m. the number on the little pink card was like 3,000. So people outside of the network would see that and think, oh,
that's
there's
a lot of
3,000 people watching now live.
ah, okay.
And then it just compounded. Before you know it, you've got 100,000, 100K, and they think, wow, something's happening here. It wasn't. But they just kept joining and joining and joining, and it just compounded. Yeah, it was crazy.
So there you've got your strategy. You should ask your customer, okay, can I do those designs live? and you've
Yeah.
got your content. Have you ever tried?
there
as
we
well
go.
have you ever tried to ask your customers to if you can share it live?
No, but I asked one, and I am going to start doing it all the time now, is can I share as we go?
Yeah.
Like, can I share the mood boards when they're done? Can I share the initial concepts when they're done? Because it's all, it could serve as a teaser for their brand, but it also serves as me posting evidence of work and all this kind of stuff. It's just good for everyone, I think.
Yeah. Everyone is
Really.
happy.
Yeah.
Cool. That's that's a good piece of insight. Like, I feel that like most people should start with a community building emergence and yeah. So yeah, it's already 20 minutes in. Just maybe a last question will be, what's your goal with this audience? Did you have anything set already? Do you have a set goal that you want to meet in 2025? Because we're still early in the year.
Yeah, I have 2 goals. Well, I have 3 goals, technically.
Okay.
One is... 2 of them are kind of financial based, I guess. The first one is I just want to have like 2K a month. That's all I want. I don't have these lofty 10K MRR things. I just want 2K a month, so my bills are paid and I can just work for myself. That's all. More would be great. That's my minimum. Number
course.
2, that is connected to that, is I want to be doing this for the whole year.
Okay.
Like, I want to be self-sufficient for the whole year. That would be a great success. I think if I survive the first year, then it's good.
Yeah.
I think I'm good then. And the third is, which I technically I've already achieved this. I achieved this in the first week of January, randomly. But I want to design something that becomes physical. So like, I want to design like a coffee brand or something that becomes, and I have actually done that already. So I did branding I did branding for a coffee, which hasn't come out yet.
Okay.
It's not like a huge company, but it technically counts because it will be on a physical bag of coffee that I will get, and I can like frame here or something. But my intention would be to do a bit bigger, maybe like I don't know. It'd be amazing to do something for a brand like Cal or some AI company and then get it on like a bottle or something, so I could hold it physically. That'd be good.
Okay. Nice. Well, those are good goals, and I'm pretty sure like this is still the beginning, and every owner's stories has always been the same. You charge at the beginning very little, and then you get to increase your prices, and people will just, because they will see you, they will see your work every day, they will love your work, they won't mind just like paying more, and I'm sure you'll make way more than 2,000 really soon.
Well, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Cool. Well, thanks for your work, for your time, sorry, Dan, and see you
welcome.
around.
Yep.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.